Okay, so what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy SeunT, and it's been a while since we last did reactions. Yeah, I'm hoping you can hear the puppy in the background. Guys making noise. My flatmate got a puppy today, so yeah. Anyway, let's go on. Um, we'll be reacting now to. Hold on, let me see. Let me just make sure this is live. This is record. Yes, it is record. So we're about to react now to P-Star. Alright, P-Star is an upcoming rapper in Sierra Leone. He has a message, an important message, alright, to drop. So I want us to listen to it. So much of what he said on this track actually echoes my political opinions. Alright. Somebody asked me during our last live video that why don't I cover the whole Ukraine versus Russia situation. I'm like, if I should do that, they'll probably ban my channel. So P-Star actually talked about some of these situations without referencing them exactly. Right. So let's go. Let's check it out, man. P-Star feat Sia. Let's go, guys.
Good life got to choose.
So please hit the like button. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Alright, don't forget to share. Also, you can follow P-Star on Instagram, guys. Follow P-Star on Instagram. Alright, his IG is pstar.94. Let's go.
P-Star whole day.
It's your baby.
This month, the mix box.
He said one man's freedom fighter is
Nelson
another man's
Mandela.
terrorist.
One man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. If you've been following the political scene, then you understand that statement. International politics scene, you understand that statement. Right? People fight for you. Right? They're in their homeland. They fight for you against your enemy, and they are freedom fighters. But when you threaten their freedom and they fight against you, they become terrorists. Right? It's basically you with the power to determine what is. I said to someone one time, I said there is no right or wrong in politics. There's just the power to determine right or wrong. As far as international politics goes, all there is power. That's what determines. Let's go. Nelson Mandela.
He said one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist.
Rest in
peace, Mandela. He survived the bias word, a hero we all believe.
Right.
Sadly, we lost the prize of freedom. After we took the knee, we've been working for too long. Are we lost in the meat?
Okay, sadly we lost the prize of freedom. Personally, I feel like Africa has retrogressed in terms of self-governance, in terms of political consciousness, right? Lots of African countries gained independence between in the 60s, 70s, 80s, some down to the 90s, right? And there was lots of freedom fighting in different ways. And people like Nelson Mandela paid huge prizes, 37 years in prison. People like Patrice Lumumba, you should remember him from Caldenero's track, where Caldenero actually gave him praises, right? Praised him for his work. So P-Star is saying, we lost the prize of freedom after we took the knee. We've been working for too long. If you guys have been paying attention, people have been taking the knee in American football. Was it Kaepernick? He popularly took the knee, and a lot of people were not happy with it. Right? And in football, especially in English Premier League, people take the knee. All right, you take the knee, but it's just a symbolic gesture. The racism continues. The bias that restricts black people, African countries, and poor countries continues. All right, let's go.
We've been working for too long. Are we lost in the meat? Because somebody else has to decide another man's territory. Self-determination, the way to your cemetery.
That if you stand up today as a developing country or an underdeveloped country, and you want to govern how your country goes without the agreement of the West, for instance, about how you want to do things, my brother, you will suffer hell. Good examples are Gaddafi. Good examples are Patrice Lumumba. Again, Patrice Lumumba famously said, he made a statement about an African man fighting for the benefit of his country faces two enemies. One, you face the Western world. On the other hand, you face your fellow Africans who are benefiting from the current poverty and troubles. So you have that. So self-determination is a way to your cemetery, because there are people who don't want to see you determine your country in a way that does not give them plenty benefits, and they will come after you.
Decided in the man's territory. Self-determination, the way to your cemetery. Where's the Article 1 of the United Nations chapter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the word with equality? Defined by love, the promise of justice. The scriptures we preach, the words of God we are putting into practice.
And that goes from the top down to the bottom. Alright. Like, it's not just those with the power, it's those without the power. Alright. Oppressing people even without the power. Being mean, not showing love, showing wickedness at every turn, right? Even without having the power. So you can stay at the bottom and criticize those at the top, those in power, right? But you yourself, even now, while you're at the bottom, you're not showing any signs of being better. So when you have the power, you'll probably be worse. Most likely worse.
The scriptures we preach, the words of God we are putting into practice. Where's the word without class? Black or white, being poor or you made rich. Imagine what with Africans taking decisions when we all get lynched. We having dreams, Martin Luther King, but we still can't breathe in the quest for humanity. We live in lives of the Hitler King. We are the bigger nations using instead for animalia with clouded
facts. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. The branding has changed. The name has changed. Alright, the name has changed, but it's the same thing. The bigger nations use the smaller nations, use the smaller states for their own benefits. Alright, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. If you've been following the political scene, then you understand what I'm saying. Let's go.
Lives of the Hitler King. We are the bigger nations using instead for animalia with clouded diplomacies eroding the legacies, globalizing the midst of disparities. The word is for the fallacies. Guess we need the genesis where the creator really is. A world with United Nations.
So I guess we need a genesis. We need a new beginning, right? Where God really is, where the creator is, where love is. Let's go.
This is where the creator really is. A world with United Nations, not Americans nations. We need poverty alleviation. And
bro, I said if I should give my opinion on the whole Ukraine-Russia stuff, though, bruh, like they would probably demonetize, block my channel and shit. But let's go on. Let's go on.
Not Americans nations. We need poverty alleviation and slavery trafficking motivation. What's the need for the WMPs when the world needs a life with those SDGs? Climate change and the lives in grief. We don't need a third war, no more refugees. Somebody tell me who signed for this when the world's dying out of irrational disease. Hypocrites.
I had a choice to
When the world's dying out of irrational disease. Hypocrites.
I had a choice to live, but I gave up humanity, where the weak is wrong, in defining equality. I wanna live in a new world, free from the nemesis. I wanna live on another level, free like the Genesis. Free
like the beginning.
Freedom from everyone. Freedom from the sea.
Yeah. Now the world is watching Russia. Ukraine is staging the center, justifying the impartial, says the Western media providing the broadcast.
Like I told you guys, P-Star shares my sentiments, man. P-Star shares my sentiments. If you are an African, your opinion should be pro-African. Whatever opinion you have should focus on the interests of Africa. What is happening in Ukraine is sad and tragic. It is not simple. It is not as simple as the Western media puts it. Of Russia just invading Ukraine. There's a whole lot of backstory to it. All right, that will make you point fingers at the West. All right, but asking for my voice for Ukraine, Nah, I'm too busy screaming for Somalia, man. I'm too busy screaming for Libya. Alright. I'm too busy screaming for CAR. When these things happen to Africa, you have, or to the Middle East, they have names for it. George Bush killed over 600,000, he and Tony Blair killed over 600,000 people in Iraq, and it was called collateral damage. There was no sanctions, nothing. They did not go to the Hague, nothing. Alright. There was no talks of sovereignty then. There was no talks of human lives then. They didn't matter. But all of a sudden, human lives and sovereignty counts when it's a European nation. Now, I'm not saying human life and sovereignty shouldn't count. I'm saying if you are not using, if your justice does not serve me, then why should I support your justice? Right? If the yardstick you use is more humane when it measures them, when you're using it for them, and then it doesn't care about me, why should I sympathize? Why should I? Because there's a lot happening here, right? By their direct influence. Francophone countries are suffering. Like one of the reasons they will most likely not come out of poverty anytime soon because of the pact they were forced to sign with France. Nobody's saying shit. Those things, those pacts literally abuse their sovereignty. They don't have sovereignty. They just have an appearance of sovereignty. Yes, like, and it's not just them, right? It's almost every African country when you actually study history. So why should I be much bothered? Why should I be? I mean, they say 15,000 people died. There's a total of about 10,000 people died in Ukraine. That's a tragic number, right? Even if it's one person, it's tragic, right? But if 600,000 people died in Iraq and it didn't shit, like, and we went on with our lives, bro, I don't think 10,000 anywhere would trigger me, unless I'm supposed to be more triggered because these people are white, that sort of stuff. Anyway, let me not talk too much about it. Let's go on.
Bosnia and Libya, the war in Yemen and Syria.
The same thing I'm asking.
Is it the same when in Africa?
Okay.
Double standards, interest in massacre. The prices of your guns surpasses our human.
They have interests. Ukraine is the one suffering, yes, but Ukraine is the war. This particular war is hardly about Ukraine. Right? It's a case of two elephants fighting and the ground suffers. Ukraine is unfortunately the ground. But let's continue.
Giving return instead of the war relief. Inflation is worsening in Africa, taking for granted the leaders' beautiful speech. And COVID-19 got the grip. Increasing corruption, election is worse than league. We all hustle.
African leaders do not help matters, man. Do not help matters.
Holding degrees across the Mediterranean seas, we came here searching for grains. Bring the media to Africa. Reveal the struggle, no stories, no fiction now. We civilized though we radical. We don't need a set of rules to embrace your new order. Your theories and practical. Cause democracies don't fight with each other. People die daily just to survive, like we're living to die. We gotta help each other. I'm praying for Ukraine, siding with world peace. Every page is story, Putin gotta help in this. Let the truth set the war free. The journey to freedom is priceless, you can't resist. Too many dreams lost in battlefields. I don't have a doubt that life is not a benefit. They cry for child from war. Don't wanna hear gunshots anymore.
Okay, let me just give my take. Alright, he said he's praying for Ukraine. He's supporting world peace. I'm sorry, if I have prayers, Ukraine is not top of my list, bro. Ukraine is not top of my list. It's not my priority. Alright, do they deserve prayers? Yes, but there's a lot of places that I need to pray for, starting from Africa, the Middle East, and if I think help should go to Ukraine, I'll probably list a lot of places that help should go to first. If I think justice should go to Ukraine, there are many places I'll call for justice to go to first. Alright, that they've ignored. Alright, if I think Putin should be a war criminal, I'm thinking the same about George Bush and Tony Blair. Otherwise, there's no justice. But let's go on.
I had a choice to live, but I gave up humanity, where the weak is wrong in defining equality. I wanna live in a new world, free from the nemesis. I wanna live on another level, free like the Genesis. Free, freedom, freedom from everyone. Free, freedom, freedom from this evil world.
Okay, freedom is not won by a passive acceptance of suffering. Freedom is won by a struggle against suffering. This is facts. Okay, so what I want to say now is this song, first of all, I care very much about the bars, all right, about the things the artist is saying, all right, and from that point of view, it's 100/100, all right. As regards the voice, as regards you know, working on the what's it called now, on making the general sound more appealing. I think some work needs it needs some more work, but the message is impeccable. The message is 100%. I agree, 1,000. All right. So thank you very much for viewing, guys. God bless.